Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Friday, 5th of May 2023, Buddha Jayanti or Buddha Purnima. This year, Buddha Jayanti or Buddha Purnima is celebrated on 5 May. So, starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper The Hindu states that External Foreign Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar discusses LAC with Kin, holds talks with Lavrov but not Bilawal Bhutto. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar meets State Councillor and Finance Minister Qin Gang of China on the sidelines of the SCO Foreign Ministers meeting in Panaji on May 4, 2023. Mr. S. Jaishankar held bilateral talks with the Mr. Qin in Benalim on the sidelines of the meeting of the Council of Foreign Ministers of SCO. The unresolved three-year-old military standoff at the line of actual control remained the focus of India-China talks as External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar met with Chinese Foreign Minister Qin Gang here on May 4 and held a detailed discussion on bilateral ties. This is the second time the two ministers have held talks this year, as Mr. Qin had previously attended the G20 Foreign Ministers meeting in Delhi in March. The Hindu newspaper also states that money kill in Manipur riots, state government issues a shoot at site order. Clashes began after March was taken out by tribes against move to grant ST status to the majority Meitei community. Hundreds of houses, churches, temples, vehicles were vandalized or set ablaze. Internet suspended, army and RAF deployed. Violence broke out between tribals and non-tribals during a tribal solidarity march called by All Tribal Student Union Manipur. The Manipur government on March 4 issued a shoot-at-site order in extreme cases as escalating ethnic violence following a tribal solidarity march displaced more than 9,000 people in the state. There was no official confirmation of the number of people killed or injured in the violence, but Chief Minister Nongthombam Byron Singh admitted that some precious lives were lost. The Hindu newspaper also states that MG Narega workers may get SMS confirming their attendance. The move comes after a widespread outcry that in the absence of physical muster rolls now replaced by a mobile app, workers have no way of confirming their attendance. MG Narega workers protested when the center made it mandatory to digitally capture their attendance using a mobile-based application 4 months ago, complaining that they had no way of confirming whether their attendance had been accurately recorded until their wages landed in their bank accounts. In response, the Rural Development Ministry is now considering providing a text confirmation of attendance to workers at the end of each workday or at the end of the one work schedule. Going towards the Indian Express newspaper states that money laundering case against a conman with connections. Sherpuria, who comes from Ghazipur in Uttar Pradesh and made his fortunes in Gujarat, was arrested by UP STF from Kanpur last week. He has been accused of cheating several businessmen by faking access to the Prime Minister's office. After Uttar Pradesh Special Task Force, the Enforcement Directorate has registering case of money laundering against alleged conman Sanjay Rai Sharpuria. UPSTF arrested Sharpuria on ED references agency. Indian Express also states that Cabinet announces aid for farmers in 13 districts affected by unseasonal rain. Patel, however, did not reveal the extent of the damage, the total amount of aid to be disbursed, and the date when farmers can start applying online for the same. Patel said that farmers growing wheat, gram, mustard, banana, and papaya stand or to receive rupees 13,500 per hectare as the SDRF norms. These farmers will also get an additional rupees 9,500 per hectare from the state of treasury. This aid is limited to 2 hectare per farmer, he added. Indian Express also states that insulin deficiency major trigger for type 2 diabetes in Indians. Insulin resistance occurs when the body is unable to use the insulin the proper way. On the other hand, as the type 2 diabetes worsens, the capacity of the pancreas to produce insulin keeps dropping, resulting in deficiency. The study highlights the predominance of insulin deficiency in Indian type 2 diabetes patients, while in the Swedish cohort it was associated with the obesity and insulin resistance. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper states that Sharad Pawar firms on his stand panel to decide new NCP chief today. National Congress Party leader Supriya Sule tries to pacify as she interacts with the party workers and supporters during their dharna, urging Pawar to withdraw his resignation. Mumbai, 2 days after Nationalist Congress Party chief Sharad Pawar decided to step down from his role. On Thursday, party workers continued to urge their leader to reconsider his decision. Some even penned a letter in blood. Meanwhile, the 18-member committee formed by Pawar to name the new national president of the party will meet today. Sometimes also states that Amit Shah, Mallikarjun Kharge are unlikely to face AAC action over a poll speech in Karnataka. The Election Commission is unlikely to recommend action against Union Home Minister Amit Shah or Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge over their comments during the Karnataka election campaign. People aware of the matter have said. The Model Code of Conduct allows the EC to order an FIR under various sections of Indian Penal Code for speeches they consider problematic. Hindustan Times also states that Sharad Pawar firm on his stand panel to decide new NCP chief today. Mumbai, 2 days after Nationalist Congress Party chief Sharad Pawar decided to step down from his role. On Thursday, party workers continued to urge their leader to reconsider his decision. Some even penned a letter in blood. Meanwhile, the 18-member committee formed by Pawar to name the new national president of the party will meet today. Going towards the economy of the country, markets rebound. Sensex Nifty climb near 1%. Equity benchmark indices ended nearly 1% higher on Thursday amid continuous foreign fund inflows and buying in index major HDFC Twins and Reliance Industries. The 30-share BSE Sensex climbed 555.95 points. The Mumbai Stock Exchange in Mumbai. HDFC Q4 net profit rises 20% to rupees 4,425 crore. Mortgage and Lending House Development Finance Corporation Limited HDFC reported that its fourth quarter net profit grew 20% year-on-year to 4,425 crore, owing to significant improvement in asset quality. The net interest income for the quarter ended March 31, 2023 stood at 5,321 crore, up 16% year-on-year. The headquarters of India's HDFC Bank is pictured in Mumbai. India-Russia said to suspend talks to settle trade in rupees. India and Russia have suspended efforts to settle bilateral trades in rupees after months of negotiations. Failure to convince Moscow to keep rupees in its coffers. Two Indian government officials and a source with the direct knowledge of the matter said. Two Indian government officials say negotiators are unable to convince Moscow to keep rupees in its coffers. Going towards the world news, including Denmark to boost military spending to upgrade facilities. Explode of boys leader Tario guilty of January 6 sedition plot. Moscow says United States behind Kremlin. Drone attack. Russian forces target Kyiv. World Health Organization fires scientists who led COVID search over sex misconduct. Residents flee Ukraine's Kherson after Russian strikes and warnings. From Rottweiler to Queen, the reinvention of King Charles' wife, Camilla. Going towards the science and technology, including Dhruva Space successfully developers, satellite orbit deployers, and orbital link on PSLV C-55. Dhruva Space has announced the successful test and space qualification of its 3U and 6U satellite orbital deployers and orbital link on board Indian Space Research Organization ISRO PSLV C-55 mission on Wednesday. The firm has indigenously developed satellite deployment systems compatible with the PSLV launch vehicle. Dhruva Space observes third mission success in less than a year with ISRO's PSLV C-55 experiments. Penumbral lunar ellipse on May 5. May 5, the penumbral ellipse of the moon occurs when the moon passes through the outer part of the Earth's shadow. Professor Asik Kapoor, formerly with the Indian Institute of Astrophysics, said that the phenomenon would be visible in India. The penumbral ellipse of the moon occurs when the moon passes through the outer part of the Earth's shadow. The SARS-CoV-2 virus is here to stay, and countries need to manage it alongside other infection diseases. World Health Organization. The update comes at a time when the World Health Organization is slated to assess whether the COVID pandemic is still a public health emergency of international concern. Director General of the World Health Organization, Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus. Remember the name. Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus. Green Humor by Rohan Chakravarti. Rohan Chakravarti is a cartoonist and is illustrated from Nagpur. His series Green Humor consists of a cartoon and comics on the wildlife, nature conservation, environmental issues, sustainability, and all the things green. Here's a cartoon picture of La Nina, El Nino, and El Nanino. Strong Pacific trade winds push warm water towards Asia with cooler water towards South America. Drought conditions in the Central America. Similarly, weak Pacific trade winds push warm water towards the America with the drought conditions in Asia. El Nino. And both El Nanino and El Nanino, the two buggers go drunk dancing with the human-made climate change, causing a global mayhem. Crypto exchange or Coinbase halts Bitcoin-backed loans. The cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase will no longer issue cash loan to users who could offer crypto as a collateral, according to emails reportedly sent to customers and shared online. The cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase told customers that it was no longer issuing cash loans to users who offered crypto as collateral. At last, there's a famous quotation by Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Was born in Gujarat on 2nd October 1869 up to the 30th January 1948. Was an Indian lawyer, anti-colonial nationalist, and a politician atheist who employed non-violent resistance to lead the successful campaign for India's independence from the British rule. He inspired movements of civil rights and freedom across the world. The honorific Mahatma, great souled, venerable, first applied to him in 1914 in South Africa, is now used throughout the world. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi says a famous quotation. He says that if we want to reach a real peace in this world, we should start educating children. Okay, thank you.